And a lot of these commercial leases also have, get personal guarantees, for example, whether they be for just 1 year or for the term of the lease. And landlords are concerned that if they were to allow like an assignment, for example, they still have to get like an equal guarantee from the new person who's going to, the principal of the new assignee, essentially. So these are all different things that come into play. I mean, if a proposed assignee is not willing to provide a personal guarantee, whereas the landlord had it from the prior tenant, the original tenant, that's, arguably you could say that the landlord's not being unreasonable there if they withhold their consent to that assignment. So it can get very complicated. I've seen these provisions get negotiated in depth, but that's what really comes up.
In personal guarantees, that's a really good one to spend a little bit of time talking about, just because it's can be scary for somebody to do that. But if you buy a car, you buy a house, you take out student debt, that's what you're doing. You're signing a personal guarantee that you're going to pay this money back. The problem is that just, a lot of these people that are our clients, they have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of student debt potentially, and then they have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment debt, and or they bought a practice, or they're and so it's just next thing you know, there's millions of dollars, and so it's like really it's a really scary proposition. One way that we like to kind of at least pepper these landlords is try to say, hey, can we have a 1 year rolling guarantee, or a good guy guarantee that's limited to possession? Is there anything that you've seen recently that's interesting, or some interesting way where somebody was able to kind of meet somebody in the middle and figure out whether it was putting additional security deposit up or whatever the case may be, to kind of make ends meet in a situation like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really what the parties are willing to agree to. I mean, it just depends on the economics of the deal. But a lot of times, like for a tenant, the biggest thing is just to try to reduce the term of that guarantee. You don't want it to run for the full term of the lease. I mean, if you're dealing with a 10-year lease, maybe just limit it to 2 years or 3 years. That way, the landlord says, okay, I'm comfortable enough. I'll have recourse if this tenant is not able to meet their responsibilities for the first, couple of years of the lease. But if, the tenant shows that they're able to, make those payments for the first 3 years, in all likelihood, this is going to be a good tenant going forward. And they're probably doing very well in business, and they're going to be able to pay the remainder of the lease over the term. So it's just what the parties are comfortable with.